The new Mission Impossible is already in theaters. Will it be a hit or a flop? Spoiler alert, a hit. Because I was personally involved in the film's promo campaign and I nailed it. All that and more on Sunday Papi J. My name is Papi J and this is your new favorite show on YouTube. My video Mission Impossible went viral, millions of views across social media, and many of you tagged Tom Cruise in the comment section. Did he notice me? Not proof yet, but hey, maybe it reached him, because not long ago I got an email with the mission offer. If I choose to accept it, I had to film a sequel for the official Mission Impossible promo campaign. And I'm proud to present Mission Impossible Part 2. Oh no, video's blocked. I forgot that YouTube doesn't allow copyrighted music in the long-form videos. Daisy! I need your help!
I need you to trust me one last time.
Wow, that was awesome. By the way, fun fact, Tom Cruise doesn't start his movies with a script. He begins with the stunts he'd like to do. So stay tuned to the spirit of franchise. I did the same. I picked all the most iconic stunts from the Mission Impossible and packed them into my video. And judging by the comments, you loved it. Let's read a few of them. Do you do your own stunts? Of course I do everything myself. I'm brave, strong, and completely professional. And I've got proof. Look at me. Fearless and proud. Not a drop of fear, not a shadow of doubt. Also, I just can't afford a stunt double. Papi J, you don't need a parachute. Your ears alone will slow down your descent. Oh, getting my ears to flap realistically was the hardest part of the entire video. We tried everything. Mommy and Daddy blowing, using hairdryer, waving cardboard. In the end, we had to use a huge and super powerful fan. Only it had enough power to lift my giant ears into the air. The time those foil went must take him to make. Oh yeah, we tried to make this video, just like all our videos, in the most eco-friendly way we could. So we used recycled cardboard. Well, I mean, without it in the trash. Of course, I couldn't do that myself. I am a star, paparazzi could caught me. So I sent my human crew. They spent days dumpster diving around the city for the perfect boxes. And then more days building the ventilation shaft. It turned out super cool and realistic. And if you want to watch the version with the original music, not sung by my daddy, click in the link in the top right. But the new Mission Impossible isn't the only thing the internet been buzzing around this week. Tick season in a full swing, and social media is flooded with video showcasing a new method to detect ticks on your pets. To try it out, use the Negative by ArtKit filter on TikTok or Negative filter in the Magnifier app on your iPhone. Supposedly, ticks should glow brightly. Let's test it! I just got back from the walk, and this is the time for a checkup. Look at me over. Nothing visible. Let's turn on the negative filter and... Oh my goodness, it works! Look at how brightly the huge tick is glowing. But all jokes aside, this is actually a pretty handy life hack to help protect your pet from ticks. Daddy, help me! But still don't forget about traditional method of tick prevention. Those tips aren't just a passing trance, they're the kind you've always need. So tune in and take notes. Ticks don't fly or fall from trees, but they're still dangerous. Like ninjas, they hide in the grass and wait. They sneak up quietly and boom! They're on you before you even notice. So tip number 1, stay away from tall wild grass. There are many ways to protect your pet from ticks. Sprays, collars, spots on, even pills. And they work. But they're not just pet candy, they're real chemicals, so always talk with your vet before using anything new. So tip number 2, use additional protection, but do it wisely and carefully. By the way, dear pet pharma, right here could be in your ad. But even with protection, ticks can still get through, so always check your pet after walks. Feel the fur. Looks behind the ears, under the collar. Be a tick detective. And yep, those phone life hacks I mentioned, use them now. So tip number 3, always check your pet for ticks after they walk. Those simple steps can seriously reduce the risk of ticks, and that means avoiding bites, infection, and dangerous diseases. Got your own tips or clever hacks? Drop them in the comments. Let's fight the ticks together!
What the?
After all those tick stories, I think I'm starting to itch myself. So let's switch to a field where definitely aren't any ticks. Just the 22 millionaires chasing a ball in a puppy game. Of course, I'm talking about the Champions League final coming up this Saturday, May 31st. It's French Paris Saint-Germain versus Italian Inter Milan. Wow, what a match! This is major event across Europe, and no one's staying out of it. Especially not the animal oracles. You probably heard about psychic animals, like the famous octopus oracle named Paul. He even has a Wikipedia page. He became famous for correctly predicting the outcomes of Germany's national football matches. But today, with the rise of short-form video content, this trend has exploded. And I have to admit, I sometimes take my part too. Those videos get millions of views. Different animals, different prediction method, but one thing in common. Massive fun fight in the comment section. There is even a private chat just for animal oracles. I tried to join it, but they reject me, saying, "You're a bad oracle. You've got a 0 success rate. 2 out of 2 wrong. We only accept those who got it right at least once." Wow, what an efficient management style. But I'm going to make a new prediction anyway. Hold on, we've got a call incoming.
Puppy J, you need to say your prediction is not financial advice or they'll drag you to court.
Think sharp. Alright, the winner of the Champions League, according to Puppy J, will be... Italian Inter Milan. This prediction is not financial advice, but I'm sure none of you were planning to use it that way. I've got a 0 success rate after all. As you may have noticed, I still haven't bought a new desk because I only got 1 new patron out of the 5 we were aiming for. Let's give a big welcome to Frank and Serge. Thank you for your support. You can become a sponsor of my show too on the Patreon website. There are different tiers with various perks, like access to a private chat with me and Doxydine, and lots of other cool stuff. We only need 4 more patrons to finally get the desk. Help me out, we're so close. And don't forget to send videos of your pets to my email if you want them featured in my show. My name is Papi J, and I'll see you next Sunday.
Rock on, Puppy J.
Okay, I love you, Puppy J.
You love Puppy J.